For me, I think I strongly believe in one quote that I came up with myself a long time ago, and I was actually discussing it with my manager today.
It is open for all sort of
Yes.
population here, and people are, I will say, aware of it. They want to go for it.
And do it if it makes you happy internally.
My rhinoplasties, I go once in 3 months to Dhule. Dhule is pretty interior, right? You feel it. It's a 3-tier city and operate almost.
Problem is that we look at Instagram and everyone's got these perfect bodies and lips and nose and eyes and whatever, and you never know what's real.
Expectation, it has to be realistic expectations.
Exactly.
And it should make you happy.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mukta Tulpure. I'm an aesthetic dermatologist. Joining us today for a lot of fun talks about skincare and beauty is a celebrated VJ, gorgeous actress and model, Anusha Dandekar. Hi. Welcome, Anusha.
Hi.
Our second guest is a renowned rhinoplasty surgeon from Pune. He is also the medical director and founder of the Center for Advanced ENT and Facial Aesthetics in Pune. And that is Dr. Virendra Ghaisas. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Thank you. Hi.
Wow.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's a profile.
All right, let's find out some secrets to Anusha's spotless skin.
Oh. Yes. Well, not really. Sometimes. When I'm not eating sugar, yes.
Anusha, you have gorgeous skin. Do you have a skincare routine?
No.
No.
I honestly have to keep changing it with the weather, the season. I think my lifestyle, if I'm shooting nonstop, it's really difficult because there's constant makeup on your face, pollution, dust, if it's too hot, cold, like everything you have to keep changing. And adjusting.
Correct.
So I think there's never a definite skin routine. But I think it starts from inside. It's an internal battle.
Absolutely.
And so sugar should be avoided at all times. It's one of the most dangerous drugs out there.
I agree. Everyone's calling it a poison.
It is a poison, and it does age you. It definitely causes acne. It deteriorates the skin. And as much as possible, we do like to avoid it. But sometimes you just can't help it. But that's what your dermatologist is for.
Absolutely. And that's my next question for you. You wake up in the morning, you have an important shoot, and you have a giant bump on your face. A pimple is raising its ugly head. What do you do?
I get it injected.
Yes.
I'm not even joking. It's the only thing that will subside it immediately. I don't know what is in the injection, but it's like magic.
It is magic.
It's really good.
That's a really good treatment.
So that's the one thing. But if I'm abroad, I mean, there's no solution. You put those pimple stickers, patches, you put some cream. I don't know. You try anything and it doesn't go. It's just sometimes inflamed. If it's very prominent, like on the tip of your nose, or like, somewhere really obviously, I mean, look, we're in an industry where you are on screen all the time. Yes. And so obviously it makes you a little conscious for sure. You can't lie and say it doesn't. But, you do the best you can and you avoid what you are supposed to and stay dehydrated. I think exercise really helps. And I think the most important thing is your mental health. Because a lot of people don't know that, acne is also caused from a lot of stress. And I think staying really happy and content is also as important as avoiding sugar. And I mean, obviously your basic moisturizers and sunscreens and face wash, hygiene is also there, exterior. Yeah. But I think your inside hygiene is also really, really important.
So calming yourself,
eating what you're supposed to.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think it all goes hand in hand.
Correct.
Yeah.
Recently, I read a very interesting quote by Khushi Kapoor, where she admits to having a rhinoplasty on a Reddit thread. And she says, yes, I've done it. I've had a rhinoplasty. And I've admitted to it.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So is that the new trend where, all these Gen Z, they're very young, they're open about it and they're okay openly to it? What
I think your nose looks great, first of all. It's really, really good. For me, I think I strongly believe in one quote that I came up with myself a long time ago. And I was actually discussing it with my manager today. Love yourself or change till you do. I think in a healthy way, if you have the access or desire or need to make yourself feel better, please go ahead and do it. do it in the right way. Please find the right doctor or the right help and do it if it makes you happy internally. An unhealthy excess of anything is bad. It's just like an addiction. Drug addiction, alcohol addiction, tattoo addiction, plastic surgery addiction, those start crossing an unhealthy border. But if you know aesthetically that this is going to make you feel better and you can stop when it's enough, please go ahead and do it if it makes you happy. I am no one to judge beauty standards or anything, but if it gives you that much more, I don't know, confidence to wake up and say, hey, I feel really good about myself now, why not? Why not? And if the next generation is even more graceful to embrace it, then I say that could also help the healthy balance of knowing when to stop.
Absolutely.
Because when you hide it and you don't talk about it, and then you keep nitpicking at your face, oh, maybe I could just kind of do this, and maybe I should do this. If you say it out loud, maybe somebody could help and say, hey, stop. You know, you're good. I think also, and I'm not one to say, but it's also a doctor's responsibility to tell the client or the patient, it's enough. You're going to start ruining.
Body dysmorphic syndrome.
Yes.
Yes. So my
And
next
then-
question, sir,
yeah.
is to you. What age is the patient coming to you for rhinoplasties, and how do you decide to say yes and no, and how do you make these decisions for the patient?
See, I have two backgrounds. One is ENT and one is facial aesthetics. So I do come across patients for rhinoplasty once they are like pediatric age group, if they have a deviated nose and a blocked nose. So generally we don't operate them before age of 18. So just consult parents saying that, okay, I know your kid is breathing from one side, but then try to postpone the surgery till they are 18 because all your bones ossifications will close and then we can operate them. So ideal age is after 18. I had one patient whose son was getting married and he got operated his nose. He did a nose surgery when he was around 60. So he was a big industrialist, and then I thought his wife came, and then he said, he always had a dream to get operated, and then so now he has settled down, so it's okay. So I was thinking about the psychological side. So from 18 to 60.
Lovely.
So yeah, so any age, but with, as she rightly said, with a calm mind.
Yeah.
So
it was a very lovely point that you made, very important. Also, a lot of times the media or even people use the term plastic as an insult. It is hurled towards celebrities.
I mean, we have a lot of before and after pictures
Yes.
on the internet.
Yes.
And they're pulling every facial aspect apart, like pointing at every bit of the face. Look, again, we're in an industry where they're going to break us down in bits and pieces and scrutinize every little thing we do. And before we started shooting, I said it's the pros and cons. Everyone's trying to survive. You know, the media will need a headline. The actor is doing their best to make themselves feel good for the audience to like them in their way or whatever. So I think everyone's in their own little battle and trying to do the best they can. But I think it's just got to be a healthy balance for you, you know? So like I said, love yourself or change till you do, internally, externally. Just keep it like healthy for yourself, because if you start, you know, it's called dysmorphia, right? Yeah? Body dysmorphia, if that starts happening, are you healthy anymore? Do you know? And that can start causing a lot of health problems.
Yes.
And also, it can put you out of work. You know, if you go too far and there's too many accidents and this hasn't gone right, then what happens to you?
This is sometimes comes from the patient, because the patient comes to me and says, okay, do a filler for me. What I think and what the patient wants, those things have to match. So they like it, put more, and then the problem starts, like you said.
Yeah,
So many
definitely.
a times.
I think it's just, you know, everyone's on their journey, but like, all I can say is that if they're embracing it and saying it out loud, that's maybe a good sign.
Yes.
You know, it maybe will just make it more open to the fact that, hey, this happens and it can be done really healthily.
Because it also sets a trend for the other people, you know. Bollywood is a trendsetter.
Yeah.
whatever people open up to in the industry is what the common man also aspires to. Right? So before all these treatments, say a rhinoplasty or botulinum toxin injections, because this was a luxury. It was for those select few people. It was not for everyone, and the common man was always interested. Is that changing now, sir? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. See, I operate in rural part of India, in main cities, and there are definitely few patients who are poor, but still they want to look good. Means why not? Everyone looks in the mirror,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Irrespective of how much is your pocket full of. So, but and then yes, why not? Even the skincare for poor people, and it's for everyone.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
Maybe rhinoplasty is still more functionally, maybe in other class of people. They won't think of going for a cosmetic rhinoplasty unless until their deformity is really bad.
Right.
But functional rhinoplasties, I think everyone will undergo. Cosmetic surgeries, like little bit of like 3-4 millimeters of a deformity. These only people who are in front of camera, they will go for that surgery. Otherwise, of course, nowadays rhinoplasty is open for the cost. According to the cost, it is open for all sort of population here, and people are, I will say, aware of it. They want to go for it, and I'll tell you frankly, my rhinoplasties, I go once in 3 months to Dhule. Dhule is pretty interior, right? You feel it. It's a 3-tier city, and operate almost 8 to 9 rhinoplasties per day for 3 days.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it's just one city I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's
That's
changing.
crazy.
The trend is changing.
Trend
Trend
is
is
changing.
I also
Yeah.
feel there's pros and cons to it. I think social media has a big take
Yes,
on
yes.
even body dysmorphia, because you
Yes.
have filters and you can change your face like
But they
in
should
every
have
way.
a realistic expectations.
That's what.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's the problem is that we look at Instagram and everyone's got these perfect bodies and lips and nose and eyes and whatever, and you never know what's real.
Real.
Right? So I would like everyone to stop comparing yourselves
Yes.
with each other, because you are unique to you. You know?
Yes.
And the problem is social media starts making young kids, like I have nieces, and I can't imagine, if they're scrolling through Instagram and they start comparing themselves
Correct.
to what's out there,
Yes.
and then they will start thinking, oh my God, I have to change this, I have to change that, if there's nothing wrong with them in the sense,
Yes.
look, that's even a wrong word to use. There is nothing wrong with anybody. But if you, like I said, if you want to do it in a healthy way because it makes you feel better, please go ahead. But I don't want you to get influenced by thinking, oh my God, I need to look exactly like that, because there are
there's-
people.
there's
We do
bullying.
get,
Yes.
we do
Big,
get patients
yes,
with
bullying.
saying
They bring
that-
a picture, right?
Yes,
And say,
absolutely.
can you make me look like
yes,
this?
Yes, so they come with these filters on Instagram that are there, the
Yeah.
golden ratio filters. Make
Yeah.
my nose this long.
Yeah.
But it's not going to suit your
Mukta,
face.
Yeah.
Here comes our ethnicity also.
Yeah.
So now you can imagine sitting in Pune, we do get patients across India. So a patient coming from maybe Tamil Nadu, from Chennai, comes up with a photograph who is a Punjabi actor. So their ethnicity is different,
Yeah.
and it's very difficult to convince them, saying that it cannot be like a Caucasian nose. You have a
Yeah.
Dravidian nose,
Yeah.
Yes.
Dravidian features.
Right.
So it's really different. So as she said,
Yeah.
expectation, it has to be a nice realistic expectations,
Exactly.
and it should make you happy.
Yeah.
Then you should go. And again, what she said is, it's the doctors, you have to tell them stop.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yes,
possible.
that's our job.
Yeah.
That's our job.
Yeah, right.
I like a Kylie Jenner, for example.
Yes.
I think she looks great. I don't think there's anything wrong with what she wanted to do. But
Yes.
the problem is how many girls now want to do the same and think they'll also be a billionaire if they
Correct.
change their face. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I mean, I don't even know how to convince them otherwise, So it's just, I think, go if you know you can stop.
Stop. Yes.
You know?
Exactly.
I
It's
really
addictive. Yes.
believe that. Because there are people that are making themselves
Yeah.
look like alligators, and there's a whole different body dysmorphia, right? Have you
Right,
seen that?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
And
is
they
a-
make themselves
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
give them
Yeah.
snake skin and like all this kind of thing. And I honestly don't understand it. Again, I don't want to judge.
So if you see many character actors, like senior character actors like Om Puri
Yeah.
or whose nose was like,
Yeah.
but they are still. So we have to sometimes convince them it's not the, like many aspiring actors come, we have a film institute nearby. So they come for a rhinoplasty thinking that they will be a great actor. So what is the motivation of your surgery
Correct.
or that procedure is
Is
also important.
And you take note of that when you counsel them.
So what is the
Excellent.
motivation if you want to become an actor and going for a rhinoplasty? And what happens is many patients post surgery will come back to you after 1 year saying that my nose is still not great, just because he or she has not a good role there.
Yeah.
She will blame your surgery.
Yeah.
So
right.
even it's like a common
Right.
man, if you she wants to get married and she wants to get, for that she wants to get operated. So what is the motivation of your
Motivationism,
procedure?
the motive for the procedure,
Motive
be
of
it
the
fillers,
procedure.
be it toxin,
Right.
what do you want the outcome to be? That is
Right.
more
I
important.
think the
Right.
basic is if it's helping your health, great.
Yeah.
And also if it's making you feel
feel
good.
happy.
Feel
That's
It shouldn't
important.
be
Yeah.
for
Someone
anybody
else-
else.
It's
someone
not,
else telling
nobody's
you,
suffering.
No.
Nobody's a patient.
Nobody.
This is for enhancement. These are tweakings, like I
Yes.
call them.
100%.
So actually what you said
was.
was plastic. It's a plastic face. Actually,
Yes.
plastic is a people in India thinks it's a plastic.
Yeah, they actually think it's
but
plastic.
it's the word means correction. Plasti
Yeah.
means correction.
Correction. Right.
So actually, it's a correction.
Correction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does not means it's a artificial
Yeah.
plastic
Exactly.
fitting there. Yeah.
Tell them.
It's not a prosthetic nose.
Yeah, exactly. It's a correction. Yeah.
Okay. So, Anusha, is the entertainment industry becoming more inclusive towards darker skin, dusky skin?
So I don't say darker skin. I say dusky.
Dusky, yes.
I think what we, as a whole country and as a race, don't understand that brown is beautiful all over the world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It blows my mind. I grew up in Australia. We would lay in the sun, getting brown and brown. And all of my Caucasian friends would be like, oh my God, I love your tan. I love your tan. Unfortunately, here we've been convinced otherwise. Whether it's whoever's invaded us, whatever brainwashing has happened, and we've been told fair is beautiful, fair is lovely, fair is richer, fair is wealthy, fair is successful, fair will get married, fair will do this, fair will win Miss India. We have been told all the stories. Our ads are so on the nose that they're not even shy about saying it. If you're fair, you'll get the job. If you're fair, you'll get the man. If you're fair, you'll get the... I mean, when does it stop? And you realize you're speaking to 0.5% of our entire country. So you've decided to just eradicate the rest of everybody. And then you've made them feel like they don't fit into a beauty industry, that they don't exist. And if you don't reach that, you're not included. And it doesn't just stem from the industry. It stems from your parents, your grandparents, your society, your school, your teachers, whatever, because they've been taught that too.
Correct.
And as a judge on MTV, when I used to do India's Next Top Model or Supermodel of the Year, I had a lot of dusky skin girls in the show, and how they would break down and say, I've been teased all my life, I've tried to commit suicide, I've tried to do this, I've tried to do that. And I would hear it for so long because nobody has ever said brown and beautiful in the same sentence. I've never heard it. Not here.
Not here.
I've heard it everywhere else.
Yeah.
And for me, I found it so fascinating. Like, why are we doing this? You know, what is our television commercials, those telly ads, where you'll see a girl standing in the dark, first of all. There's no light on
Right,
her.
yes. Right.
And then they light her, saying she's used this cream and now she looks like this.
30 days.
Why are you lying?